remember the rain, I remember the days a youngin' had no sunshine, too many clouds up in the way. But I remember always running back outside to play. As soon as Mother Nature finished pissing on my parade, and my position has changed from old decisions I've made. Gotta weigh the risks I take, cause anyone could die today. Alright, but I'm guaranteed to leave a legendary legacy. I know when y'all remember me, I'm living through those memories. Back in the day when I was a kid, mama told me go handle my biz. Repent whenever I sin, to get back up if ever I slip. Use good sense wherever I went, don't drive that whip whenever I sip. Knowledge is power, guns ain't shit to a young Afro-American prince. I'm the head, not the tail, no matter how many warrants court send in the mail. And if they send you to jail, flow back out, that's more windy sales. Faster girls be the nasty girls, so watch out for them, take care of yourself. I love them all, but don't always trust them. Beware your friends and the lies they tell. I love, I live, I learn, I grow. I know one day we all have to go. We laugh, we played it, and now we don't, but it is what it is, I guess, so I suppose that's how it's supposed to go. I love, I live, I learn, I grow. I know one day we all have to go. We laugh, we played it, now we don't, but it is what it is, I guess, so I suppose that's how it's supposed to go.
Hello, winter. Been nice since he left the placenta. Uncouth in the springtime of my youth. I remember summer spent trying to catch some love from a tender. Pretty young thing, a Nintendo. IP came out of shell. No thanks to Master Splinter. Pedal on my Murray through the neighborhood. Every single day was good. And I ain't worry about the paper. More like chasing girls whose knees were scraped up. We can climb a tree and I can grade you on a curve. You get an A+. I ain't gotta say much. Summer vacay crush like when the fall come. Y'all done, tip your waiters. Now it's just pay stubs. Past due bills piling up, and when your baby mama called you stressed, wake up. You survive another day just to wake up. Funny how growing up can change us, or strange us from that same us.
I love, I live, I learn, I grow. I know one day we all have to go. We laugh, we played it, and now we don't, but it is what it is, I guess, so I suppose that's how it's supposed to go. I love, I live, I learn, I grow. I know one day we all have to go. We laugh, we play it, now we don't, but it is what it is, I guess, so I suppose that's how it's supposed to go.
I said life moves so fast, gone before you know it. Best enjoy the moment cause it won't last. My father wasn't a father, I had no dad. Was a good ass whipping cause I was so bad. Couldn't wait to come of age and get my own pad. Plus I had superstar dreams to get my own cash. But reality struck and reality sucks. I'm supposed to pay all my bills when my salary's cut in half. And faith is all that you have. Trying to make it to work but ain't got the money for gas. Eviction notice, landlord put you out on your ass. All your shit in your bags. Plenty of happy days, but this situation is sad though. Live for the day and I know the past is the past, bro. I'm looking towards the future, I ain't tripping like what you mad for. I'm trying to get it in this biz, get this game and make a name in the city where I live. Come on, let's go.
I love, I live, I learn, I grow. I know one day we all have to go. We laugh, we played it, and now we don't, but it is what it is, I guess, so I suppose that's how it's supposed to go. I love, I live, I learn, I grow. I know one day we all have to go. We laugh, we played it, now we don't, but it is what it is, I guess, so I suppose that's how it's supposed to go.
We used to play out in the rain. Your mama told us. She said that we would pay. I thought I had to go on. Who was the life of? Who girl you look so sad?
Woo, woo, woo. Happy new moon. Shout out to Dizzy Wright. I actually heard he's from Vegas. That'll be cool if we linked up. But shout out to all of you in this new moon in Libra. Sarah Mone. Woo! Ooh, that just came out. I'm hella excited. Pardon my resting bitch face, because I'm still a Taurus rising. So I would just look depressed, even though I have a Gemini sun. So I'm happy as fuck. Like I'm just like, yay! I'm chill as fuck. But we are lit. How have you been? All right, I hear your thoughts. How are y'all doing? First of all, you're alive. That's the first thing I want to illustrate. You are alive. And you being alive means that you've made it. Okay, this Libra season is not just Libra season. Shout out to the Libra risings. Okay, shout out to the artists. This Libra season is the completion of Aries season. So everything that you've worked towards creating and taking individual actions to carve out the authentic nature of your character. Everything you did, cardinal action Aries season, well, that's going to constitute the identity and character that you show people Libra season. Everything that through Cancer season you've broken through as far as feeling the sincerity of depth to fill in the substance of your character. Now from Libra and Capricorn, you're completing. All right. And this is going to be a 2-week cycle coming into the full moon of Aries that's going to show you coming into the full moon on Jupiter and Aries how much you've evolved and grown and have grown. Okay. So you really want to see this as the results of your harvest. And as you now show up to collect what it is you have sowed, congratulations. We are going to be doing the non-consent ritual. We missed the one 6 months ago with the Aries, with the Libra full moon. We were supposed to do one Aries season, but we missed that one, but we're catching this one. And I'm glad we're starting here again. So if you're new to this, this is one of the best lives we will ever do twice a year. It's comprehensive. It is effective. Ask anyone who has ever taken a part of this in any of the years we've done this. It is super effective. It works. This is a non-consent ritual. Shout out to Colby. All right. This is a non-consent ritual that is going to, based on how we evoke this together, really help you in terms of protecting you from all sorts of physical and vibrational decision making that can somehow intertwine with your own sovereignty. And so we do this twice a year as intentions run 6 months across. So yeah, Gucci. And we use Libra season to enforce the balance of this. Before I move forward with this, certain things that I want to really just kind of speak as far as trends. Things moving forward are going to get so much more intense. A lot of you have really transcended out of the way people treat you versus what you know you are worth. Let me tell you what's going to happen. You will continue and complete your glow up. Some of you have already finished your glow up. Other people are going to realize they don't have leverage over you, and the access that they had to you, they don't have anymore. Because when people see you in a certain way, they take you for granted. But when people see other people who they admire respect you, then they start to look at you different. They start to be like, I had access to this person. Now this person is suddenly more valuable. You must not give access to those people who did not see your worth until social proof was engineered. You can fall for that trap. You have to give these people the space they need so that they learn not to take you for granted ever. You don't have to do this. Some people will. This is going to be with people who are genuine friends to you too. This isn't an enemy type of thing. This is going to happen with people who are close to you and who you're not going to cut off. It's not like they're evil people because they took you for granted. It's just that they took you for granted. And so it's not a punishment. You have to give them karma. You have to give them space so that you cannot enable certain people to disrespect you. And when you just forgive certain people for treating you a certain way, you are teaching them that it is okay to treat you like that. So it has nothing to do with getting revenge. You have to teach certain people that they cannot treat you a certain way. And many of you, your kindness was taken for complete weakness. Virgo is kindness. And so Libra is balancing this out so that we get certain things straight here. In a few short 2 weeks, you will have to love some people from a distance. Like some people have to just love you from a distance because they did not shoot with you in the gym. They did not we have to be very, very clear. And I'm so glad that Linus said this because wear it if the shoe fits. This message is going to apply to a lot of people, especially you listening. There's going to be a lot of people who this applies to you. I'm not talking to anyone specific because the people who I'm talking about are more than the hands on this finger. So like there's so many people that shoot fits. I'm just focused and minding my business. It is my job as well as your job to not allow access to people who did not put in the work, because you are going to see these people come in droves with the full moon in Aries on Jupiter. The whole world is getting ready to see in a short 2 weeks how much you have fucking evolved. And a lot of people are going to want access to you who don't deserve access to you. And that's just facts. Scorpio season is going to mediate how we transform these dynamics. Everything about this is going to be shocking. This has already started to resurface through Virgo. Like they're already coming through. I'm going to explain this again because it's not like this is so far like a enemy thing. Some of these people are well-meaning people in your life who, when it came down to it, they would rather have chased other people who looked the part. Listen, you watching this applies to you. You know many people in your life who could have taken you serious, could have moved forward with you on something, but they instead chose other people who looked the part, right? They instead chose other people who looked like they had more established brands, who supporting these people would be cool and socially acceptable. It wasn't popular to support you. It wasn't necessarily popular to put in work for you. A lot of people cut corners. A lot of people didn't necessarily be as honest or as devoted as they could be. And why is this important? Because now they're all of a sudden going to be devoted. Now they're all of a sudden going to be riders and diers. Why are you a ride or dyer now that I'm up, bitch? Why are you ride or die now that I'm glowing up? You're not slick. You're not slick. You can't take advantage of your access to me. When it came time to put in work, you were not there. You were not there because I was not popping. So now that I'm popping, don't fucking show up because you think you can take advantage of my access. This is not a joke. I'm not talking about anything personal to me. This is what every single one of you are going through. This is just transit basics. And I am frustrated for you because we are not about to see people take advantage of hard work you put in so that these stupid losers can just come in the side and be like, yeah, I know this person. Bitch, you are not shooting with me in the gym. You are getting ready for people to show you why they deserve to be in your life. You worked your ass off the last 6 months to get to this point. And now all the Saturn's going direct Libra season, Pluto's going direct, and the avalanche is about to go through. This is a breakthrough season. Do not let people who have no business around you gaining access to you have access to you. That's all I'm going to say. Because they're definitely going to come around and act like you brand new, like you bougie, and you don't owe anyone an explanation. You got here. You worked here. Don't let anyone undermine your value like that, period. And it is what it is. All right, period. So this is why we're doing this non-consent ritual as well. It's great that we're doing this around this time because this non-consent ritual is going to vibrationally protect you from all this BS. And when I say you glowing up, you are glowing up. The glow up was the past 6 months through Leo season. And now you're going to really see the evidence of this, okay? At the same token, there were people who were by your corner. There were people who did show you support. There were people who did give you time. And, you know, you want to continue to look out for those people as the opportunity will present themselves. And basically, Yoga with Pat, thank you. I'm very honored that I could be on your corner. All right. And you have everything to look forward to. And I'm so glad, Angelica, you feel this message because it's so important to really just acknowledge the growth that all of you have come into. Okay. And it's now ready. We're now finally ready to move forward with it. This is cardinal sign Libra. Okay. How close is Mars to your sun right now? He called me out. Mars is literally 2 degrees away from my sun. That's why I'm lit. That's why I'm so lit. Mars has been getting closer to my sun, and I've just been no nonsense. The God of War has been like, fuck this bitch, fuck that bitch, fuck this bitch in the bog, like, fuck this motherfucker. Like, it's a wrap. Like, I'm not taking no prisoners. We're taking no prisoners. All right, shout out to the Gemini moons and suns who feel exactly what I'm talking. Gemini rising, you too. Okay, so this is definitely so amazing because now that we're at this precipice of this new moon in Libra, okay, this is opposite Jupiter, right? The new moon, in fact, I'm just gonna have to show you this. I might as well just show you this because this is epic. This is as epic as it is iconic. I didn't even want to show the chart, but you got to see this, guys. This is an unprecedented new moon. We haven't had a new moon cycle that's opposite Jupiter like this. So we have Neptune and Venus opposite. We have Venus and Mercury opposite Neptune, and we have the sun opposite Jupiter. This makes this cycle full-on breakthrough of evolution. This is the rubber band snap that's bow. Shout out to Bubbling, man. If y'all haven't seen our peace talk, that's definitely a classic right there. So once again, this is the rubber band that's going to push you beyond. And there are going to be a lot of people who are uncomfortable that it was you and not them. Why is it you that gets through? I've been doing blah, 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 blah work. Why is it you that gets this opportunity? But they don't know the work you've been doing behind closed doors. They don't know the work you've been doing, period. They weren't sure what you want to do. And the chart looks crazy. 2 weeks from now, when we have the full moon, we're going to have it.
Didn't understand that.
That's because I didn't ask you anything. But thank you. This is where it's going to be on Jupiter. All right. 16 degrees exact. And the reason why I have to be very clear on the significance of this is right now as we speak, exactly 2 degrees activating power. So this 2-degree conjunction with all of us together with the declaration of this non-consent form and ritual, we are activating this social power, okay? Because Jupiter is opposite this, unlike most other new moon cycles, you are going to know more hyper-accelerated evolution than ever. Be very careful about narcissists and gaslighters who, whenever you call them out on what they're doing, they start to kind of back off and start to kind of play good cop before they start being narcissistic and before they start, you know what I'm saying, playing those same games again. You need to cut these losers out of your life. You need to cut these people out of your life who care more about image than substance. You don't need these people. These are the same people who are going to be running for your attention. You don't need these. Some of you still think you need these people. They need you. They need you. They need you. They need you. Like they need you. They are going to act like they don't. They need you, period. Like it is what it is. And this isn't based on because you think you're better than them. This is based off of facts and work you've done. If you're going to take pound per pound work you've done versus work they've done, they still need more hours of work. You got your 10,000 hours in. So it is what it is. And because people were so focused on image, now you have people who look the part. And when it comes time for them to play the part, they don't got it like that because they focus more on looking the part versus you, who you focus more on being it. And so, according to tradition, you don't look the part, but you got it like that. And so you're moving forward in ways that other people aren't. Where does that leading them back to? You, okay? It is what it is. So this is beautiful because we're activating this power right now, but the opposition to Jupiter expands with Chiron, the authenticity that fuels and fully projects this towards the social dynamics you're stepping into. Many of you are stepping into a new cycle of social interactions and dynamics where you're no longer going off this old narrative of people taking you for granted. You're activating social connections with people you like, with people who resonate with you, with people who challenge you and don't always agree with the same beliefs you have, but you both bring out better parts of each other. And this is going to bring out more of your full self. All right. So the last thing I want to say before we step into this, especially with the Neptune opposition, is now that we've stepped into the new moon, you're going to be taking direct action with other people that will personally activate supernatural abilities to counter real life instances you're going through. So some of you might be randomly put in a situation where you need to manifest enhanced intelligence to make your way through a hostage negotiation, and you're able to save people from someone who took people hostage with your own skills and abilities. Libra is the hero. Jupiter opposition is pushing you forward to use your abilities now. So we're no longer in the Aries Virgo integration, activation, and integration season where you had to bring everything you've learned about your abilities together. Now you're in breakthrough season. Now you're being pushed into situations where you have to use your powers or you're going to die, period. Pluto square. I can say this confidently because I've been in this situation at least 2 times where if I didn't surrender and use my abilities, I wouldn't be here. I had a fatal car accident that I walked out of with just a scratch on the knee because this superpower shit is real. Ask Jax Atlantis. Jax Atlantis almost had a motorcycle accident, but he's Saturn Capricorn too. If you're Saturn Capricorn, your abilities are blossoming Saturn Pisces. If you're Saturn Aquarius, you're manifesting your ability Saturn Pisces. If you're Saturn Pisces, it's coming direct. Okay, you're coming into the return. And if you're before that, you've already blossomed your abilities. So what's very key here is I've been in a situation where it was life and death. So I'm very clear. Like, I know what it's like. Many of you have been there too. And this is just that Libra square. We're in the second boss battle. You're breaking through the first boss battle. Now in Libra season, you can fight by your partner's side because you've broken through the individual test, where in Libra season, you're now connecting socially with other people who have powers like you so that you can join together in an RPG party and you can face a boss before the third and final boss battle, where you level up your party. And then you, of course, fight the final boss as a collective. So this is going to be very fun because this is where, once again, you're being pushed in situations where you have to use your abilities or die. Like you're breaking through or you die. Die through stagnancy or being the same person and not being or breaking through. And this isn't necessarily to scare you. This should excite you because there's no way you're going to die. You're going to break through. You're not a coward. Okay. So you're definitely going to break through and you're going to utilize this. Jupiter is going to evolve real time the utilization of this. The third battle is Capricorn season, the final boss battle. So this is where personally, once again, with the advent of this new entrance into this dynamic with Mars that's trining this in Gemini, okay, before we step into Scorpio season, that will strengthen the wisdom of activated abilities on the next level. Some of you, like Michael, could be in a position where you're facing a hurricane and you're using your abilities to redirect the hurricane. This is where you need to use your faith to uplift out of the conventional. And that some of you are getting signs about things, dreams about things, because you're actively healing it, averting it, creating miracles. This breakthrough arc of Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, you will create a miracle. This is a prophecy that you want to claim right now, my friends. Welcome to the breakthrough arc. We just went through the activation arc, and then we just finished the integration arc. This is the breakthrough arc that breaks us through everything we've integrated. And you're so much of a badass that you are getting ready to see in Sagittarius the breakthrough of a miracle you are taking action to create right now. What is everything you're going through? What are all the challenges you have? You're breaking through them so that by the time we step into Capricorn, the completion arc, we go through the final boss battle, and Pluto's getting ready to go into Aquarius. It's the beginning of the end of the world. Okay, so this is a very pivotal 6-month arc, and the 3-month arc moving forward is going to have you claim some of the greatest breakthrough that you've ever claimed, because unlike every other breakthrough arc, we've had breakthrough arcs every Libra season. This is the first breakthrough arc since 2010 that we've had Jupiter in Aries. 12 years worth of evolution you're about to just bang step into. Okay, so the way you socialize with others is different. You got new techniques, you got new tricks, you know a lot more. It's time to master all that. And I just want to applaud you for your growth and development. If no one else is giving you your flowers for processing and making it to where you are, I would love to give you your flowers. Thank you for being so amazing. Thank you for being so beautiful. Thank you for being so powerful. Thank you for being so patient. Okay. Thank you for being so understanding. Thank you for being so kind. Thank you for allowing yourself to be yourself. And if you're still hard on yourself, please stop being hard on yourself. Please stop making yourself feel like you have to get it all figured out instantly. You've made it. You're now on the 6-month breakthrough path of transcending through Pisces everything that you've been working towards your whole life. And for that, you have everything to be grateful for, and you have everything to be honored for. And don't let these just be words. You please continue to see this, because some of you have abilities now that are helping real people in your life. And these same abilities others told you aren't even real. And you turned around against pressure that would make anyone get stressful, and you made it work for you. You made it your strength, and you continue to serve other people with that. So, if anything, I'm honored that I can serve as much as I do, and I want to just continue to pay it forward. This is the road to the second and third boss, ladies and gentlemen. The stakes are more intense. You have to take everything that you have learned about yourself and move forward uncompromisingly. Agents of the Matrix will try and use peer pressure to make you feel weird or narcissistic for stepping into your power. It doesn't matter what people think. Okay, brace and embrace who you are, because there are people who need your confidence. There are people who need to see you step into your power so that they can step into their power. And this new moon in Libra means that we're stepping into power. Okay, social, intelligent power. This is going to be the actualization and breakthrough of every single superpower and ability you've ever had, in a way that you can perfectly and powerfully integrate and express with other people. So if you're ready to step forward into this new version of you that you will actualize completely after breakthrough coming out of Sagittarius, where you will see the super self, and then Capricorn, where you will now become this super self. Okay, Libra balance, Scorpio eclipse transformation, Sagittarius ascension and breakthrough, and now you are the mastered element of your super self, as you will come back around and perfect this, coming into a whole new age of Aquarius, baby. And you're here, so that's how valuable you are. If you were trash, if you were not valuable, you'd be dead. Trust me on that one. I'm connected to Osiris, so I know things about death. The fact that you're alive means that you are here for a very important reason, and don't let anybody make you feel otherwise. Whether they can acknowledge your value or not, all we really need to do is mind our business and treat others the way we want to be treated. So if you would love to join me into this declaration of non-consent, you are welcome to read this along with me, or you can focus on your intention moving forward you want to step into as I read this. And yes, let us get started. All right. We are the source from the all source. We are sovereign. We are free. Okay. Now, when we finish this, okay, the dark forces and malevolent nature within people's hearts will activate a lot more. Many people have been frustrated with you because they put on masks. They hold demons within their hearts. People who look beautiful on the outside are very ugly on the inside because they're very narcissistic, very evil. They hold space for dark forces. Before, you had a veil of protection around you, and these people couldn't touch you. And you can see the frustration in their faces because they put on a mask where they have to act like they're 3D and they have to act like they're cool, but your third eye is open and you've been noticing the subliminal frustration and the evil parts of them. After this ceremony, this is going to blow the lid off of that. It's no longer going to be subtle. It's going to be very clear, because a lot of you have broken through the line of that ambiguity where you've picked your side and you know what truth you represent. So it's going to blow the lid out of here. Their masks will get more itchy than ever. This is going to show you more the lack of leverage that these forces will have over you. any leverage that any force has had over you over the next 6 weeks or last 6 months will be completely gone. And it's going to really awaken this greater frustration and pure hatred towards dark forces towards you, because any sort of leverage they had to influence you, they can no longer influence you. So they're going to come at you more harshly. They're going to come at you more intensely. They're going to come at you more bitterly. They're going to come at, like, you're after this ceremony, you're going to be aware of ways certain people tried to definitively sabotage you, and how it didn't work, how it'll never work, and how, like, these people really hate you now. Like, there's nothing they can do. This is your victory over such forces. So claim everything you're going moving forward with victory. As I'm saying that this thing will be direct, many of you listening to me aren't even scared. You're like, I hope they'll be direct. You watching this right now, and I'm almost sure you're like, I wish someone would. Like, a lot of you are ready. You're ready, you're charged, and it's time to move forward with all the power you've accumulated, because you're going to gain experience through the challenges, okay? And other than that, I'm just so happy to be doing this with you. This is huge. Remember, we're doing this with the new moon 2 degrees opposite Jupiter. So let's get it. A declaration of withdrawal of consent and non-consent published as public notice August 19, 2015. A collaboration of work by various authors for unrestricted public use unto a reclaiming of individual sovereignty by one's individual intent and will. The following is to be declared in effect via the spoken word. Okay. Once again, feel free to, because of the sun is in Libra, you actually vocalizing this is very essential, and it will go a long way. I had to get my scotch. I'm not gonna lie. So let's get it. Okay, all right. This is my declaration of freedom from all control, AI beings, and authority structures that interfere and harm against my sovereign will. Against my sovereign free will, let it be known that I withdraw consent. Once again, this is my declaration of freedom from all control, AI beings, and authority structures that interfere and harm against my sovereign free will. Let it be known that I withdraw consent. I terminate all contracts of agreements concluded by third parties regarding myself, and herewith return all liabilities and karmic implications to the contracting parties on all levels, dimensions, time, and timelessness. I withdraw consent to having any human being, living organism, machine, entity, person, corporation, secret group, or their representatives, their superiors, employers, their on and off world allies, or anyone working for or with any of the above to spy, to look into, to watch, or in any way invade my privacy for any harmful reason. Privacy is defined as my own unique personal life experience. I revoke, withdraw, and retract all harmful agreements for all my bodies, parts, fragments, atoms, DNA, cells, etheric essences, and entirety of being as an entire universe that I am, on all levels, dimensions, time, cycles of time past, present and future, on all levels of existence, for all my bodies, from the core being of the one that I am, to all my bodies across all universes, even in the folds of time and space where much is attempted to be in hiding. This is comprehensive, yo. We going in. If this is your first one, okay, stay tuned. If this is your first one, this is very powerful. So I'm so glad for all of y'all who are here with us. Okay. Each experience of my being is for my personal growth and development. It is not for corporations to seek profit from. And my bad. For those of you, I forgot to say, for those of you who would like to read along, I actually have the link to this in the description box below. You'll see the author who wrote this there. It was written 2015. But if you want to read along, I do have the link below where you could pull it off, or you could read off here with me. Each experience of my being is for my personal growth and development. It is not for corporations to seek profit from. They are not to be manipulated and controlled by any person, entity, corporation, government, religion, machine, being, except myself. Okay? These experiences, which are part of my unique life experience, cannot be used by any other being, human entity, corporation, group, and any other example of someone or something that is not myself in any way that creates money or capital for profit or control, whilst demeaning, degrading, or negatively affecting my living being. The monetization and collateralization of my personal energy and personal being, myself, for the purpose of buying and selling or owning is forbidden under any and every terminology, language, contract that is in being and has been used to control and manipulate my personal energy and being. The monetization and collateralization of my personal human body, which houses my unique DNA that is my private domain, for the purpose of buying, selling, owning, or controlling is forbidden and banned. The buying, selling, owning, and trading of my soul energy or my unique human body on or by any stock exchange, financial institution, corporation, government, religious organization in this world or any other world is expressly forbidden and banned. Okay. Note on this, the reason why we do this on Libra season is Libra is the expression of fairness and justice. Libra is, of course, the power of balance. And so evoking this with the numbers we have is so powerful. You only need to do this once in your life. If you were to read this over every day, it'll reinforce. We do it twice a year just so we can renew it. And once again, I'm just so grateful I could do this with you. I can't emphasize how iconically, classically powerful this is. This is so amazing. All right. The buying and selling and owning, the buying, selling, and owning of my unique and personal DNA, energy, physical body, consciousness, anywhere, in any universe, dimension, astral level, time, or world is forbidden and banned. So whenever you take an agreement, right? Whenever you enter a relationship, you take an agreement. So this new moon in Libra is our evocation of an agreement. We're effectively signing an agreement to the universe. Like, this is so badass. We're signing an agreement to the universe, air sign, through active evocation of it. And this is the agreement that trine Saturn and Aqua will strengthen with the universe with previous times we've done it. You're going to see results instantly because of Jupiter and Aries. People are just going to be having to come at you correct. Okay. The harvesting in quotes, of my energy by any group, organization, corporation, government, religious sect, astral entity, galactic being, or anyone who is not myself is now forbidden, banned, and barred. Whatever the form it takes, my energy is my own creation, and I do not consent to having it harvested for others to use or profit from. For those of you who would like the text, click the description box below. You will see the link to read this along with me or to access the text. Once again, Libra in astrology is agreements before you enter a partnership. So this is what we're doing. This is why we do this every new moon in Libra and then full moon in Libra during Aries season. All right. But we really only need to do this once a year. Such buying, selling, and controlling amounts to slavery and is forbidden by me under my own sovereign free will and law that I impose. I withdraw consent to the use of nanite technology, parasites, or any other type of infectious diseases or infectious technology whatsoever, whensoever, or wheresoever, now, in the past, or in the future, to be used upon my human physical body or mind, consciousness, or soul, whilst I am living here on Earth, or any places in and outer space and time wherein such forces can influence one's being. Let's get it. I withdraw consent to any type of mind control or the use of intelligent technology implants, physical, etheric, or astral living or non-living to be used on my living being, my physical being, my ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my consciousness, or my soul body, which could possibly have any harmful effect upon my physical body, mind, consciousness, or soul in any way. I withdraw consent to the external creation of dreams when I am asleep. I withdraw consent to any other human being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, dimensional being / entity entering my consciousness on any level at any time ever if the intent is to bring harm unto myself and unlawful harm unto another entity. I withdraw consent to any type of frequency, wave currently being used or historically used to target my private and clearly designated unique human, physical, etheric, or astral bodies, my DNA, my cells, or my mind, my consciousness, or my soul in any way that is negative. This includes any type of exotic, secret, or covert, earth-based or off-world-based technology, which includes locations on the moon or other undisclosed places being used that projects pulses, sorcery, beams, or waves of any known frequency which has been seen to be detrimental to the human body, mind, consciousness, or soul. I withdraw consent to the use and effects of fluoride in the drinking water, in addition to genetically modifying the food grown and sold for human consumption. I withdraw consent to aerosol sprays being placed in the air I breathe, nor to programming being inserted into music that I listen to. I withdraw consent and do not accept any programming placed into the audio and video images I am exposed to. I withdraw consent to the negative manipulation of the weather and to the poisoning of earth, because I know that these acts are harmful and unhealthy to myself and others. I withdraw consent to the use of psychics, black occult magicians, archons, demons, and negative spirits, or any entities using mental energies of any other forms of frequency, harm, or attack against my living being or bodies, or using my bodies to inflict harm upon others. I feel like some of you need this message, okay? For example, here's a catch-22 where certain people may not know this. Someone might be saying, oh, this consent is useless. It doesn't work at all. Why are you doing this, right? But if someone acknowledges that this doesn't work, then that means it's harmless. If it's harmless and they acknowledge that what you're doing to them doesn't work, then that means there's no threat that that person has by you doing this if it doesn't mean anything to them. So if they're still getting in your way of doing this, that's confirmation that this is potent, because if it was useless, they wouldn't care, but they care, or whatever dark forces you're meeting cares. So that's just a way to let you know how powerful this is, okay? I would draw consent to exotic, machine-like, robotic technology, either physically or etherically or astrally implanted, used in any way to track, alter, torment, attack, abuse, infect, or harm my body, my mind, my astral body, my consciousness, or my soul at any time, at any place, for any reason. I would draw consent to any deception being used on my living being at any time, anywhere, which creates any negative outcomes concerning the health and welfare of my own personal body, mind, and soul, also known as my own personal living being, or to my free will, my prosperity, my wealth, and my happiness, also described as my life. Woo! I am using my sovereign lawful will and intention to declare an order that no energetic can deceive me personally in any way that affects me harmfully or negatively. No treaty made with any human being, corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, whether on or off this planet, is valid if that contract or treaty in any way affects my way of life or my body, mind, consciousness, or soul in any measurable negative and harmful way. No treaty made by anyone anywhere is valid if it collaterally affects my living and breathing being, my life, my happiness, or my prosperity in a harmful or negative way without my full and comprehensive and transparent consent to said or stated treaty. Even if I personally am not, checkmate, party to such a treaty. This includes all corporate treaties and contracts, as well as any treaties or contracts considered to be off-world and or interdimensional. I remove all prior consent to deception, harm, enslavement, or control of my living being, my physical body, my ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my consciousness, or my soul body on any and all levels. Any previous contracts or perceived consents through any form of tacit or assumed consent is now completely null and void, forbidden and banned upon all levels of existence. Any contracts made during any of my previous on or off-world, any contracts made during any of my previous on or off Earth world incarnations that involve gross deception, gross violation, trickery, mind control, black magic, occult sorcery practices are all here and now made permanently null and void. No contract I have signed or agreed to, either in writing or as an assumed or tacit agreement as concerns incarnations in any way, shape, or form upon the earth is valid, regardless of any perceived amount of time or space, physical, dimensional, or otherwise, has transpired since that original contract or agreement was begun. If any of my previous consents or contracts of which I was a party involved me being under duress and or were made as a result of deception, they are all now deemed invalid. If any of my previous consents or contracts involved intentions of using me to serve another selfish agenda or purpose, they are all now invalid. Any person, being corporation, government, religion, entity, machine, consciousness, that wishes to have a contract with me, my living being, my physical body, my ethereal body, my electromagnetic body, my astral body, my consciousness, or my soul body, must do so in complete transparency, with every single piece of that contract consent explained in full detail, with absolutely no missing information or obligations left unstated or unexplained, and must be written out in full with my fully conscious approval and wet ink signature. Public notice to Earth's criminals, harm-inducing appointed caretakers or leaders, including earthly visitors, whom are their supporters, and any being, entity, corporation, government, religion, machines, or any person aligned in any way with any of these beings. If any such things as listed above are being done or ever were done, then those acts occurred without my consent and will be considered deception and are void and null. All quote unquote tacit or presumed consent by me for any act of doing done by another person, entity, being, etc., that affects me in any way that I perceive as negative, harming, or controlling my free will, whatsoever is hereby now permanently removed and challenged and denied. It is denied to any and all beings or entities. It is denied to any and all beings or entities unless a current contract or treaty has been negotiated with me personally. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. That's my favorite line. No further notice is deemed necessary. Yo, stop, that's lame. And this is now both written and recorded on this planet Earth / Gaia, and upon all off-world / dimensional / universal records. If any human being, entity, government, religion, corporation, group from this planet Earth, Gaia, any dimension, any universe, any perceived other level of existence wishes to form any contracts or agreements or treaties with me, they must do so face to face in this physicality that my human body resides in on this planet, in full acknowledgement and agreement of my free will to choose to do so, only under the agreements written in this declaration. I have the right of my own sovereign will to change, update, or modify this declaration at any time. Clap for yourselves, guys. We just did a huge step. Every time we do this, this is huge victory. Every single time we do this, this is a huge W, especially because we did this with over 350 people. Okay. So now we're going to step into the final part of this, the Inner Peace Declaration, received on June 15th, 2014 at the top of Mount Haleakala with the Ancestral Cloud people. Maui, Hawaii, Aluna Joy Yaxi. Okay. So use daily upon rising, before sleeping, or any time that you feel negative energy may be impacting you. If you feel you are being drained of vital energy or that you may be misusing your energy, this will assist you in uploading and retaining the upgrades and universal realignments to your higher purpose. If we lived in a conscious world, this would only need to be done once. Though as we become more at one with all life and the collective consciousness, it is necessary to stay vigilant, to keeping clear and aligned to our higher power source, whilst going through the many course corrections, rebootings, and realignments, which are part of our landing sequence. This realignment bubble creates a sacred space in which the user can be fully supported in receiving unlimited pure energy from source so as to carry out your divine purpose. This will also reduce and even eliminate any draining, negative, unsupporting projections from any source and clear out any other misuses of energy. So, someone asked, can you download this somewhere? If you look at the description box below, you will see the link to this article where you can access these declarations. A declaration to anchor a proactive, empowering, ascending, clearing energy bubble, which, if you didn't notice, stands for peace. Powering, proactive, empowering, ascending, clearing energy, peace. With the unlimited power of the mighty I Am presence, I am declaring that Bubbling Beach, great idea, dude. This is a great idea, bro. All supporting, loving energy sent to me from any and all outside sources will be accepted with great gratitude. This ensures energy coming to you will be supportive towards you and your divine mission on earth. All toxic and negative energy sent to me from any and all outside sources will be immediately returned to sender, cleared, purified, and without malice. This ensures that any misqualified, negative, or harmful energy that is sent to you will automatically be returned without impacting you in any way. With the unlimited power of the mighty I Am presence, I am declaring that all supporting, loving energy sent from me to any and all outside sources are gladly offered with 100% unconditional love. This ensures that energy given out is offered without attachment or perceived payoff. All energy from me to any sources that do not honor or respect these energy offerings will be returned to me cleared and purified. This ensures that you do not waste precious energy and protects you from actions that come from misguidance or need a rescue. Remember, we are all still human. Shit. I got the pinky up. Okay, I got the pinky up. I'm classy. All toxic or negative energy, intentional or unintentional, sent from me to anyone will be immediately returned to me cleared and purified. This ensures that any energy that you send out that was less than pure heart intentions will not impact the receiver. This declaration is so and is made manifest throughout all time, space, dimension, in the past, present, and future, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, throughout my physical, emotional, spiritual bodies, until I request the removal of this bubble, or I no longer need any realignment and the evolution process is complete. This declaration is given with great gratitude, with the support and guidance from my spirit guardians. See, Colby remembers. It is so, and so it is. Okay. No, we send out energy all day long without knowing it. Just by having a thought or perception of something, one or something, we send out energy that impacts others. If you intend to purposely send out healing energy, to anyone to support or help them, you must ask permission first. Otherwise, you are violating universal law. Jumping into someone's space without asking permission, even to help, is an invasion of their privacy and free will. This does not apply when others sign up for workshops, etc., in which you are taking responsibility for being in a teacher's position to a group. Ladies and gentlemen, that is everything. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. This was so awesome. Okay. In conclusion, what we're going to do is we're all going to make a collective wish. 370 people are watching live. Do not make this wish if you don't want it to come true. Be very careful about what you wish for, because this will already start to come into fruition as soon as this broadcast ends. And by 2 weeks from now or before then, you will be given the next step towards making your wish more of a reality. The full moon in Aries will complete this. So I'm going to count down from 3. And once I get to 1, I want you to set that wish, visualize it, appreciate you, bro, and release it. Are you ready? 3. And after you make that wish, I want you to wish that everyone else's wish comes true in alignment with the highest good. All right. So let's 2 wishes. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. I wish that everyone else's wish comes true in alignment with the highest good, and we see miracles as soon as we end this broadcast to fast track us towards our intention. Y'all stay blessed as always, ladies and gentlemen. This was amazing. Okay, this is what it's all about. Y'all stay blessed once again. And until next time, peace.